What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we is in the building, peep squad. What's going on this Sunday with y'all? How y'all doing? What's up, Catbox? How y'all doing? What's up, Rod Chica? What's going on? We got a whole lot to talk about and a whole lot to get into. So we're going to try to do this quick and fast. And I want to hear y'all opinions and your thoughts on the situation. So we're going to put the banner up so you can call in and let me know what's good and what's popping with you and what you would like to speak about and talk about. But we're going to get into the situation. You guys already know it's really been a tragic, loss for the Braxton family, losing Traci. Like, this was shocked. We didn't know that she was sick. We did see pictures of her, slimming down and losing weight. Now we find out that, Traci was sick for a year and she was getting private, treatment for the lung cancer that she did have at the time. And, she was going through that battle privately. She kept it away from the public. And kudos to her and her family for holding it down like that and making sure she had her privacy to the very end, because we know usually when it comes to the Braxtons, like, the business is out there in the streets. So there must have been a whole lot of respect on each and every part of all the sisters and the family and the people that work with them. And we just want to send our condolences to the Braxton family. We miss you, Traci. Like, what? Like, for real, for real. Rest in peace, rest in power. She has her son, she has her husband. I know that was really hard, to, deal with that. But at the end, it just seemed like Traci really elevated and, she was okay. And that's what her family is saying. That's what her husband said. And that's what her son said, that she fought to the very end. She didn't give up. She fought until she couldn't fight anymore. And now she's not in pain and she's with God. And this is what both her husband and her son had said. And it's just like really shocking that she's not here. But we send our condolences and, may she rest in heaven, baby. Because Traci was a firecracker and she entertained, but she also had a heart and she was like somebody you knew. She was like familiar to you. Like, you can relate to her. Like, whether what level you were on, you could be cool with Traci. You can be around Traci. It was all good. But in any event, it's just really a sad situation all the way together because, she was a young mother. She was 50 years old. That's very young. And then, suffering on the way out. You know what I'm saying? That's very difficult for anybody to deal with. And then also her children, her sisters, her parents, her grandbaby, and the rest of the family watching it and knowing, what could possibly happen. And that had to be very, very difficult for them to actually deal with altogether. But thank God they are children of God. You know what I mean? Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Monique Hill, what's going on? What's going on, Top? How y'all doing? So, it's just really, really sad all the way together. And make Traci rest in peace and rest in power, because, baby, she was a spitfire out here in these streets. She didn't play around. And it's just a loss that, you wasn't expecting for 2022. Like, there's so many things that, like, 2022, like, it's so much going on and so much happening that it's off the chain. Like, it seems like it's gonna top 2021 for real, for real. It's just crazy. And Toni Braxton, she sent a wonderful message to the public, about her sister passing, and that was nice. We did talk about that in the previous video. You had Evelyn, she posted, to her Instagram as well. They're going through it. They hurting. They feeling it, each and every one of them, regardless of what happened in the past or whatever. That's their sister. That's somebody that they were raised with. No matter if they got along or not, or whatever the case was, you don't ever want to see your brother or your sister not be here, not be next to you, because that's a part of you. That's a part of your life. That's a part of your history. And not having them here anymore hurts, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And her son too, as well, as being as young as he is, 26 years old. That's young to lose your mother, and then have a grandbaby that won't grow up to really have that intimate relationship afterwards as they get older and develop and go to the prom, go to, school, so it's all sad all the way together. And Traci's husband, he's lost in the situation. That was his ace spoon coon. That was his ride or die right there. So you already know Kevin is hurting. You already know they was together to the very end, y'all. Like he said, eternal, eternal love. And, that's just one of them situations where it's just, oh my God, I can't believe this. And, when it comes to Kevin, he posted to his Instagram, and he posted this. It took a lot for me to post this. It's with a heavy heart, I must say, I have lost the love of my life, the real Traci Braxton, due to her battle with cancer. She was my dream girl, my world, my life, my love in basketball. Hashtag 42, hashtag my Bunny and Clyde, hashtag Lifeline, hashtag Hummingbird, hashtag my rock, hashtag my best friend, hashtag my better half, my wife for life, my everything. I am lost without you. What am I supposed to do now? May God give me the strength. Thank you for our life we had together until we meet again, baby girl. Eternal love, my forever and ever, Traci. Like, Lord have mercy. You already know that he was feeling a certain type of way. Yeah, he's lost. That was his everything. She would make him lunch. She was making sure he would take off his clothes and, do everything when he was working in a facility, when the pandemic was, high up, and he was out here working and doing that. And her life was at risk. Her sister was concerned when they found out on the show, but they was a ride or die together. Like, they worked in the community. They worked with, mentally ill. They worked with, social services and things of that nature. So you already know he's hurt, and it's very difficult for him, point blank, period. Like, Lord have mercy. And so Tamar Braxton, she actually breaks her silence because she didn't post anything. She reposts what her sister Toni Braxton posted on Instagram, and then she reposted a song. I can't play the song, but it's a song of just like, I can't believe you're gone, like, I want you back. And so Tamar, she took to her Instagram, today, and basically she posted a message, a song which is 15 seconds long. And she also posts like, come back, Traci. Like, Traci, like, her heart is broken, and she's hurt. Tamar has dealt with a lot too as well. My dear Traci, come back, broken heart. Like, yeah, she's hurt. We know that Tamar cannot, sometimes she's not always the very stable either. So, she's going through, the mother's going through it, Evelyn's going through it, they all going through it, y'all. We going through it, and we ain't even related, So Tamar, she posted to her Instagram basically to let us know how she was feeling in this situation. I was like, yo, that's deep, because we wasn't expecting this news. We was waiting for the Braxton family values to come back to TV, because Tamar did a concert like maybe a couple of months ago asking us if we want the Braxton family values to be back on TV, maybe with a different contract, all this other stuff. So after posting that video and reviewing that video and talking about it, you would think that, okay, everything is cool. And it wasn't, y'all. So, rest in peace and rest in power to Traci, for real, for real. And, you guys let me know what you think about this situation. But let's move on to Loni Love. Loni Love, she wants to make sure that we are corrected out here in these streets. She don't want us to say that the real is gone, that it, that they have been canceled. She said it's not official. And this is what Loni Love had to say. She's all up in her feelings. She wants to correct us. She don't want people to be gloating and be happy and be like, I told you so. I wouldn't want nobody to do that either. But you telling us you in your feelings. Or she's telling us maybe there is hope, but she's saying it's been a busy few days, but I got a call from the studio. No official decision has been made about hashtag the real. I will be okay. Please give grace to the 150 crew members this may affect. We will finish season 8 and wait for official word. So basically she's saying that, she'll be all right. Her and the girls will be all right, but pray for the other people that are losing their jobs that you don't see. So don't be gloating over here like, Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Loni. Tell us how you really feel. You already know people are out here jumping and dancing and all types of stuff. I ain't jumping and dancing. I just, it ain't, it's sad when anybody loses their job. But, I ain't gloating over the situation because I don't watch the real. I watched the real a few times. But in any event, she's talking about the regular deglers that work in the crew. So don't cancel us out. She's saying don't cancel us out because, baby, we might not be through yet. I was like, Lord, go ahead, do your thing, girl. And let's get on to the situation when it comes to Wendy Williams. What y'all think about that situation? I was like, Lord have mercy. So when it comes to Wendy Williams, Wendy Williams has been out here in these streets, y'all. And I was like, oh my goodness, is that Wendy? Yes, Wendy has been out here in these streets. And it seems like this is coming from Hollywood Unlocked. They posted a photo of Wendy Williams with DJ Booth. I was like, OMG, they fell out. There was a situation, there was something going on, with the Nicki Minaj, with this and that. And also DJ Booth didn't want to watch Wendy destroy herself allegedly, because there's been so many things going on with Wendy that he knew about, and he didn't want to be a part of the situation anymore. But also Wendy dissed him, shade him, read him down and then got him replaced. Point blank, period. But they did have a good relationship. You know what I mean? But you already know Wendy's feeling a little bit good. She got on pink fingernail polish. She got that big old diamond. She got that big old rock on her finger. Okay. And she got her hand straight on DJ Booth, because she always be flirting with him. So at least we know. And she's comfortable with him. Something is still okay. There's still something going on with Wendy. But some of herself, her flirtatious manner with, DJ Booth is back in the building. And, she might not be everything or be everywhere or all the way together. We don't know yet until she goes to court or until she officially addressed the public. You know what I mean? But she looks happy here. I don't know what it looks like he's in Florida or something like that, or maybe at her crib, her condo out there. So we shall see how the situation is going to pan out. But this is the update with Wendy. She was out here with DJ Booth. You guys let me know what you think about that situation. Hey, what's up, China? What's going on? What's going on, LSW? What's up, Ralph? How you doing? What's up, Cat Blocks? DJ Booth, I can't and won't trust these two together again. It's the fake friends for me. It's the friends and the money, because they both ain't on the Wendy Williams show now. So maybe she's calling him back into the building to get something on and popping if all her marbles are there, y'all. So I don't know what DJ Booth is thinking. Yo, he made all them accusations not too long ago about Wendy and how awful it was. And it went viral for a few days. So, maybe he missed Wendy. Maybe he really cares for Wendy. I have no idea, but they are back in the building together, y'all. And, she kind of used the image of him when she was having that hot girl summer, flirting with him, out to eat with him. And he was willing to go. He was getting paid, y'all. He was getting paid, and he was getting... Hey, what's up, Auntie? What's going on? What's going on, Crystal? So, yeah. I just thought that y'all said it looks fishy. Y'all are too funny. Y'all in here saying that looks fishy. That don't look right. I wasn't even thinking of that. Y'all was like, this don't look fishy. It looks fake. Something ain't right. What is he thinking? Y'all are too much. Y'all is not trying to hear this situation. He was getting paid. Hey, Dahlia, how you doing? Hey, Betty G. I'm sure she gave him some money. Y'all are bad. What you mean? I'm sure she gave him some money. Can't put it on past y'all. Y'all got the microscope out in this situation. Auntie J said, I smell a rat. Is he gonna go report to who is he gonna go report to, Lord? Who is he going to report to? So that's the update with Miss Wendy Williams, and Kevin Hunter, he got his wrongful termination lawsuit against Denmark Mercury, and he's asking for $7 to $10 million. So we shall see if he get it. And then let's get down to Will Smith. He just recently did interview, I think, with I can't even think of her name at this point, but Oprah Winfrey's girlfriend or something like that, allegedly. But in any event, Will Smith is out here in the interview saying that him and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, ain't never had no infidelities. There was never no cheating. It was never nothing that. So I don't know what y'all saying, what y'all thinking. Y'all trying to shade. You trying to shade his wife, trying to shade him, saying he's dating this one, that. Because remember, Will was running around here with like a 19-year-old, 18-year-old. Jada was running around here with Augustina. Dana. You know what I'm saying? He said that this is all out in the open. What are you talking about? We are both aware of what one another is doing. We give the okay to consent. So therefore, there was no infidelity. And we both agreed to have relationships outside of our marriage and bring them into our marriage at the same time. So he wants to reassure us that there's no cheating going on in his marriage. They are fully aware which one is laying or which one is popping, which one is twerking, and which one is spread wide, wild ego. You know what I mean? Wide ego. So, okay, we got you. So Will Smith wanted us to know that situation. So we know Will Smith, we got you. We all know that you're available. We know Jada's available too as well. We don't want to get it twisted. Y'all are open for fun times, okay? And we does Will have I don't know what's going on. What it is, Will just had a great life and did whatever the hell he wanted to do. At him and Jada, but at the same time, their personalities collided. Then you get tired at the person at one point in time. But let's move on to this situation. Let's talk about Mr. Let's talk about Stevie J. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Stevie J. Stevie J know that he is a low down, dirty son of a gun out here in these streets. Stevie J recently did an interview with Leah's Lemonade. Leah Lemonade, she's on YouTube, and she was interviewing Stevie J. And Stevie J was like, he's with his best friend or whatever. I hope it was Faith because the hands were light skinned. You can't really see it in the picture. But in any event, he was doing this interview. Hopefully Faith was in the video, but he didn't seem right. He seemed like, he looked like somebody you be serving at the liquor store when you walk past it. His body may be in shape, but he gave you the custy face, allegedly. You know what I mean? And so he's doing this interview with this young lady, and then he basically asks whatever woman he was with, I think it was his wife, because why would he do that on tape unless he clearly wants to push Faith into divorcing him? But then on top of that, there's a video of him getting fellatio from another woman. She can use this against him, and Stevie J won't have control over her money because there might not be a prenup at all. That's what the word is. But in any event, this man, he's sitting there with this young girl doing this interview and talking reckless. Like, I'm gonna let you guys listen to some of it.
Decided to do that. So in the very beginning, speaking of reality TV, one of the things that stuck out to me is when you said that I was real on Love and Hip Hop because of the fact that
over here and do this for me, basically. And then you can hear noises, and this lady is still asking him questions, and I mean, so disrespectful. Like, he's supposed to be a legend out here in these streets. Like, you are on camera getting this done, supposed to make you look like you're an OG, supposed to make you look like you're really a man, especially when you're out here beefing with your daughter. What kind of example is that for your daughter, where you have a woman that's giving you an interview, trying to really build her career and interview and ask you questions, and probably really think this is a big deal to interview you because of your work ethic and your legacy? You're gonna sit there and disrespect that girl just like that on camera and everything. And then it was like, if I was her, I would have hung up on the interview, especially when he said, come over here, look how this camera is, won't you do this to me? That he said to whoever woman that was in the room with him. And just like, to be your age and have daughters out here that's on TV and everything, you think that he would have some couth about himself? No, he's still doing custy things. Like, for real? Like, this was tragic. Yeah, she was way too, she kept interviewing him. He's a rat for real. So, she kept interviewing him. I was just like, Lord have mercy. Like, Stevie J was doing the most. I mean, this was just like, oh my God. And now you see why his daughter is the way she is, the way she acts and how she treats him. And, you can't listen to Stevie J. You can't, if he's your father. He's out here being reckless. When I say reckless, he's beyond reckless. So in any event, you guys let me know what you think about that situation. Crazy, for real. And let's get to the Royce Reed situation. I know you guys heard about basketball wife Royce Reed basically being arrested for, child neglect, and her son basically victimized a girl in school. Then her son victimized two young boys that were brothers, either one of them or both of them, and basically had them do things to him under her supervision when he was first took a plea deal because her son was kicked out of school because he allegedly assaulted a young girl in school. So therefore they kicked him out. And then also she had to sign legal documents saying that she would make sure that her son is not under anybody that's 2 years under him, anybody that's weak, handicapped, and he shouldn't be around children at all without being supervised, point blank, period. Royce Reed jumped into a new relationship, and this young man has small sons, and, she didn't protect her son, and she didn't protect the two boys that came into her house, which is very tragic because she knows, what her son been through. So the story is Royce Reed's son, he was a victim as well. And I believe Royce talked about this, a few years ago about her son being victimized and things of that nature. And so she already knew that was going on with her son. Then, after that situation, that was publicized, that was out here on the internet streets. Next thing you know, he's in school as a 13-year-old, and he assaults a young girl in school. He gets kicked out. So he really needed all types of help and supervision. So that he was going to reoffend again, and because he has been offended, he has been hurt. So sometimes victims become predators, and sometimes victims don't become predators. But in this case, there's a possibility that her son could have become a predator. And the way that she hurt and the pain that she had for her son being a victim, she didn't care about them two little boys that was in her house with her son, knowing his history, knowing his past, and knowing the legal documents that she signed. And she was so quick, wanted some peen and wanted a new relationship. You know what I mean? I would have told that man, you can't bring your boys up in here, because I would be afraid that my son would go to jail. I would be afraid that my son might get caught up. There could be any type of allegations made that might not be true. So therefore, I'm not going to put my son or myself or my new relationship in this type of situation. So I'm going to make it clear to him that my son is a predator because he was prey at one point in time. I don't want to put your two children in that situation. And once that man found out that boy had assaulted somebody, he should have made sure he removed his kids from that situation, point blank, period. And you just don't be bringing your kids up at people's house and having a good time, especially if you know that they have a propensity for danger and they have a propensity to victimize your child. You know what I mean? So that was a whole messed up situation, and it didn't have to happen that way. If Royce Reed would have did her job, and she would have made sure and paid attention to her son and made sure he had help before, this situation took down. And we know Dwight Howard, he's as much as to blame in this situation as well. I blame him. But at the time and point, Royce is this young man's primary caregiver, primary provider, and she's a single mother and she's going through it. But if you also look on her Instagram, you look on her TikTok, she has a lot of TikTok videos with a lot of different kids in there and her son in there. It's like, and then she has the guy that she was dating and his sons, the thing that happened to his sons, he's on her TikTok. She didn't even remove any of these videos. She didn't, so whatever community they're from, it's going to be very hard for this young man. It's going to be very hard for them two young boys. It's going to be very hard for that man that she was dating. All this together is just so crazy. And so, this is just really, really, really a sad situation, point blank, period. It's just really, really sad. And it was like, yo, if they were my kids, I would have to knock on her front door. You could have prevented this. You could have stopped this from happening. This didn't have to go down like this. Your son wouldn't be a 3-time offender or a 2-time offender if you protecting them boys was protecting your son, so he won't even feel more vile. So he won't feel even more out of place because there's already so much that happened to him. You protecting them two boys by not having him around your son protects your son. But it's like people want to play house so quick and so bad. Now look what situation that you are in right now. Now you got arrested. Now you got to deal with these charges. Now you got to get an attorney. You got to get an attorney for your son. You got to do all these things. Only if you would have prevented this from happening. And that's wrong because these two boys should never have to experience that or go through that at all. all, especially when you are aware of it. Sometimes when children are victimized and they are hurt and taken advantage of, you don't know if the person has them qualities. You trust this person, but she knew her son had these qualities. She knew that it's a possibility he could do it again. And then the excuse is, I thought because he did it to a girl, he wouldn't do it to boys. So you felt like that was okay to leave two boys alone, and not in the house, but in different areas without supervision. Like, you was putting these kids in danger. You was putting your son in danger. Like, what was you thinking? What was going through your head? Like, just having a man and playing house was the biggest thing that you wanted. Like, you had to have a man. You had to have him in your house. You had to have all this happening, knowing that your house is a danger zone, and your son had just been kicked out of the school system and they refused to take him back, and you have to go up and down the street trying to get him into school, and they basically dismissed him and deny. So if they're doing that, I know sometimes we take race in, we take a lot of things in, but your son was a predator. If they didn't want him back, what makes you think it was safe to have two other children around this boy, your son? And it's unfortunately that he was a victim. It was unfortunately that your son, the same thing happened to him. But this is why you were supposed to prevent it happening to anybody else's children, where they're not in the same shoes that you are in. The way that you felt, the hurt, the terror, you did that to another family by being neglectful, by wanting to having your cake and eat it too. And yes, it's difficult being a single mother. It's difficult going through all these things and not being able to protect your son in a way that you wanted to protect him, and then having a baby father that basically is shunning you, shunning your son, and basically cut all communication between him and his son. Like, that's sad. Like, that's there should be some type of punishment for him, but as we know that there's not. You know what I mean? He's gonna keep doing what he do on the lake. Is he gonna keep doing this? But it's unfortunately that this young man had to have the father that he had, that basically don't want to spend time with him, don't want to talk to him, don't want to do anything with him. And if his son gets on his nerve or disagree with him, he basically just throws his son in the wind, because the report says that their son that they have together hasn't seen his father since 2020, and they used to talk on the phone, but in 2021, in the beginning, the father got upset at him, so that communication was gone. So he's hurt by that situation as well. But at the same time, it's just like, Royce, why did you let this happen? This didn't have to be this way. If you was really out here for protecting children and protecting your son, this would have never went down. And unfortunately, she's going to have to pay the consequences, and Dwight Howard is going to get away, and he's going to continue to do what he's going to do. Him being a neglectful father, abandoning his son, don't want to talk to him, don't communicate with him or have a relationship with him. Unfortunately, they can't arrest him for that, because I guess he's paying his child support. But other than that, like, she's stuck alone, and this is the road that was given to you, or you took, or it is what it is. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. This is just really horrific all the way around. And the sad thing about the report, when you read the report, when they were talking to the two young boys that was in the house, and the boys from Royce dating this guy, his two children, the two children didn't even know, like, when they was being questioned about parts and things of that nature, the counselor asked them, so if someone touched your part or asked to see it, what you're going to say? I don't know. And so the counselor had to say, well, you're going to tell an adult that you can trust. So still after this happened, the kids wasn't even taught, if someone does this to you and someone does that to you, please go inform somebody after this incident happened to them. So it's very important you let your kids know the boundaries of contact with children and when adults, like, they need to know this type of information. And it's just sad. Oh yes, it's sad. It's just sad all the way together, y'all. So let's move on to Jussie Smollett. So when we talk about Jussie Smollett, we know that he's been convicted and we know he's been sentenced. The judge was really hard on him. The judge talked so much. The judge was just basically doing his pimp game in court when he was all over Jussie Smollett in this situation. But in any event, Jesse Smollett, grandmother was like, I'll go to jail with him. Jesse Smollett jumped up and said, I'm not, I don't feel like harming myself. I'm not going to use anything to depart from this earth by my own hands. And basically just trying to tell the people, because he's in fear that something might happen to him while he is behind bars. He's sentenced to 5 months, 150 days, 30. He got some type of probation, felony probation for like on months, so he can't get in trouble. But in any event, it's a whole lot going on with that situation. And also they want their $130,000 from Jesse Smollett. Jesse Smollett continues to say that he is innocent. That pissed the judge off, and the judge went, all the way ham. But this is a message from Jesse Smollett, brother. So check this out. Let me see. Okay, here we go. And it's coming from Hollywood Unlock.
At Cook County Jail. It's what's very concerning is that there was a note attached to his paperwork today and put on the front of his jail cell saying that he's at risk of self-harm. I want to just make it clear to folks that he is in no way, shape, or form at risk of self-harm. And he wants to let folks know that he is very stable, he is very strong, he is very healthy and ready to take on the challenge that ultimately has been put up against him. This is not right. This is completely lack of justice. It's angering. It's an outrage. But he ultimately knows what he needs to do. So we want to make sure that folks understand that, whatever inside Cook County Jail what assumptions they may be making. I don't know why they even have him in a psych ward. We still have not gotten clear answers there and why he's even in a psych ward. And they've recently added to his documentation that he's at risk of harming himself. That is absolutely not true. So please make sure y'all are spreading facts. The media is going to report a lot of false information, and we really need our people, the people who support us, to continue checking folks and making sure that false information does not go unchecked. So on top of that, if folks could really continue reposting things, there's been a post from my page, from Jake's page, from Jazz's page, from Journey's page, all around the hashtag Free Jussie hashtag. If you could repost that, repost similar images, make your own images, always just include the hashtag Free Jussie. And we think it's best if you tag Cook County Jail along with it. We're really just trying to make sure we can get as much engagement and attention on this injustice as possible. Thank you so much for the prayers. Thank you so much for the support that folks have given us thus far. And to the influencers, to the influential people out there, to the activists, to the organizers, we need you. We seriously need you all. We need you to step up. This has gotten to the point where, it's been gone too far, but we are talking about, a very serious situation. We need folks' support in getting our brother out of jail. He never should have been in jail. He was attacked. He is innocent. He is innocent. And even if you don't believe in his innocence, you should believe that he should be free. He should not be in jail under any circumstances. So thank you again for your support. We're going to try and do more of these lives to keep folks updated on what's going on. But remember, Jussie is strong. He wants everyone to know that. He is in no way at risk of harming himself, like they have put on his documentation. He is strong. He understands what he's up against, and he understands that he needs to be focused and ultimately get through these next days in jail. Thank you, folks.
Okay, so you guys have it there. That is Jesse Smollett, brother, basically letting us know that his brother is in, a psych ward, that's in the jail, and his brother is not going to do anything to harm himself. He doesn't understand why he's there. So basically, he's saying that they're putting him and labeling him this way is wrong, and blase in the third. If something happens to him, you guys know what it is. So hopefully nothing happens to Jesse. Hopefully, we don't see him in the jail cell or something happens and they have to resuscitate him. Just hopefully he can make it out of there and just move on with his life with this situation. 5 months. I was like, I thought he wasn't going to get no jail time since he didn't have a record. Yes, he was wrong. He lied. He falsified documents. He did everything allegedly, and he was found guilty of the situation. But he's a first-time offense, and you be thinking he got 5 months. I thought everyone kept saying CNN, CBS, everything. Well, he was convicted of 5 felonies, but since, this is his first offense and he doesn't have a criminal record, he's not going to get no jail time. I knew that they was going to give him jail time. And that judge said that he did not like Jussie Smollett, because Jussie was sitting here lying. He's a narcissist. He believes his own lies, and he's using, Black Lives Matter. He's using hate crimes to basically further his career. That's the why he did it. The judge went in. The judge was reading him like he be on YouTube and ish like that. So, yep, this man is behind bars. Yes, there are some Caucasian people that have committed a crime like this, making a false police report about being kidnapped or being abducted, and they didn't get any jail time. But this kept going on with Jussie. It kept going on. If he would have just omitted it and basically paid the fine, but I think that they was going to still make an example out of him. Especially Trump was in office, and then he said MAGA, they had on MAGA hats and all this other stuff. So, and Donald Trump was talking about this and then the police commissioner was talking about this. Like, Jussie was gonna get to it, y'all. He was not going to get a light sentence in this situation. This is your first time. This is your no community service. No, you got 5 months, buddy. And maybe he might get out in 10 days. Maybe he might get out in 15 days. But Jussie wants a new trial, all this stuff going on, and his family is here for all of it. Okay, this is one of them situations. Y'all, crazy, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Hopefully Jussie Smollett just make it out of jail. Just make it out. He just make it out. I hope there's not a ending story to the situation where something crazy is gonna happen that's gonna be even crazier than the story that Jussie allegedly made up in the first place, and the Subway sandwich and the 2 Nigerian brothers. What was going on? What was going on in that situation? And all his personal business was out here in these streets. What he do, what he take, where he go and releases himself, everything. It wasn't worth it, Jussie. None of this. Lord have mercy. And you Black. You was gonna get jail time. I knew they was gonna give him jail time. So you already know the situation. LSW, once he mentioned that in court, they did that. Betty G, Jussie, I just hope he get out of jail alive. I just hope this don't turn into another crazy story. It's going to be hey, what's up? What's going on? I just don't want it to turn into anything crazy. He's already crazy enough. This is already too much. You know what I mean? He was standing up, Black Power. He had the fence up. He stood up. The security, what you gonna do? Jussie can't harm you. Jussie was Jussie was in that chair. People say he was acting, but Jussie was I'm telling you now. I'm telling you this. I was damn. Who would have thought, or who would have thunk us that this is how Jussie Smollett's career was going to end when you first watched Empire? When you first watched Empire, you didn't know all this was going to happen. Lord, have mercy. In any event, let's get on to this situation. So y'all tell me what y'all think. It's one of them situations where, Lord have mercy. So let's get to the Kanye West situation. So we got Kanye West. We have D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley is out here beefing with Kanye West. He started the beef. He said basically Kanye West can't get away with stalking and harassing Kim K just because he made a few beats. I was oh, that was a diss from the gods. The way he said that, it hit everybody's bones, and he said it on Vlad TV. So Kanye West didn't forget the situation at all, point blank, period. Kanye West was feeling a certain type of way about the situation. He addressed D.L. Hughley on Instagram, basically calling him a Sambo, calling him Uncle Tom, calling him everything but a child of God, and saying that he's over there chilling with, I don't know, the left wing, the whatever, I guess the woman movement, and also saying that he ain't got no money. And also Kanye West posted, I think allegedly showing that, DL Hughley lives in Calabasas, y'all. And so DL, so, you got this situation going on, and this is all good for DL Hughley, for his, I don't know if he's on TV anymore, but I know he do have a podcast. He has a, podcast, I think. Every now and then DL Hughley, snippets come up and you'll see him and things like that. So I don't know if he's back on TV or whatever the case is, but I know he do have a podcast. And so DL Hughley said this: "It's just too bad that you acting like a nut won't stop Pete from a nut." Like, come on, like, this is crazy. Like, what kind of this is this? Like, DL Hughley went below the belt. DL Hughley was like, "We are going to use everything in my arsenal to get you, Kanye West." Kanye West was talking his mess too. Kanye West was talking his ish, but DL Hughley is just funny. He's a comedian. At one point in time, DL Hughley was the man in comedy. Like, his stand-up comedy was on point at one point in time. And, things change. You get older, blase in the third. And this is even fun. He goes, "Ain't it weird that Kanye's supposed to have all these goons who will kill for him, but not one of them will get his prescription filled?" I was like, what? What are you saying? Here's a thought. While you are on your way to kill me in Calabasas, how about somebody drop by CVS and pick up his Xanax? Like, come on, y'all. Like, how about here's a thought. While you are on your way to kill me in Calabasas, how about somebody drop by CVS and pick up his Xanax? Lie. Like, yo, come on. Like, I know we don't supposed to poke fun at anybody's, mental situation, but he's a comedian. So him responding was like, yo, ain't nobody gonna pick up his medication. Ain't nobody gonna pick up his pills. Ain't nobody gonna make sure, like, and you already know if you have any type of mental issues or anything, whether you're a celebrity or whether you're not, when you guys go back and forth, the first thing they're gonna call up is that, and basically that can get tired. But the way he's writing this, like, it's just too funny. I thought it was funny, y'all. I know I'm wrong for it. I apologize. God, please forgive me for laughing. But this was funny because there are people that do have mental illness and they suffer. But, I'm not trying to take that away from you. I'm just saying that what DL Hughley said was funny. And, people are going to take, offense to it. But it seems like he's putting out his best joke material out here. So DL Hughley, you might as well go on tour now and let's get some stand up. Like, I just thought that was off the chain, like, in my opinion. Like, Lord, he was so, because Kanye West was getting at him, and you're getting at a comedian that is witty with it. You know what I mean? He ain't laid down yet. So you got that situation. And then you got this situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. Kanye West is, basically letting us know Pete Davidson is out here up in Kanye's West, phone, basically having a conversation, and Pete is calling himself Skeet in these text messages, and Kanye West is proving, or basically saying, look how they're making fun of me and things of that nature, like they're taunting me, so this is why I act the way that I act. So Pete texts, Kanye and say, yo, it's Skeet, can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't gotta be like this. Kim is literally the best mother I have ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you are so effing lucky that she's your kid's mom. I have decided I am not going to let you treat us this way anymore, and I am done being quiet. Grow the F up. And then Kanye West responds, oh, you using profanity? That's to kind of throw him off a little bit. Kanye West responds again, where are where are you right now? And Kanye West must have knew that he was up in Kim's bed. And, Pete responded, in your wife's bed? Like, for real? Like, for real. And then Kanye West, responded, happy to see you are out the hospital and rehab. So basically that was a shot basically saying the hospital for what? Because he said, Kanye West said he had a house in Virginia. Kanye West said that he was dating, Hillary Clinton, got a tattoo of her, all types of stuff, and then rehab. And then I was like, that is so shady. But in any event, it seems like Pete is sticking to his guns and he wants to go back and forth with Kanye, or he's been going back and forth with Kanye, but just not publicly, and just been deleting his Instagram and his Twitter back and forth. But in any event, Pete continues and says, same here. It's wonders what those places do when you get help. You should try it. That was a shot at Kanye West. You should try it. And Pete continues, I am in LA for the day. You want to stop being a little internet F boy and talk? I was like, Lord have mercy. So Pete is ready for the smoke. Is Pete tired? Is Pete ready, or he's already been ready? So in any event, Kanye West posts this to his Instagram to let the people know, or somebody posted, David posted, somebody posted information. We got it. It's here. And I was like, no, he didn't. Pete said, in your wife's bed. Like, oh, all the dissing, the video of dragging Pete and burying him. Like, this hit home. This hit home. Like, this is crazy. So what y'all think about this situation? I'm like, Lord have mercy. Yo, like, what's going on? Like, yes, this is off the chain, for real. I was like, oh, and Kanye West was hurt by this situation. He was like, this is like, OMG. Like, when I say, no matter what Kanye West tries to get him back, but him using them words is crazy. Pete sitting there with the peace sign in Kim's bed. Lord have mercy, in his house that he helped build or refurnish, or did custom designs and rebuild the house and things of that nature to expand it and make it better. I know he was feeling a certain type of way, but it seems like Pete ain't backing down, and Pete continues to respond to Kanye West. He goes, you don't scare me, bro. Your actions are so blank and embarrassing. It's so sad to watch you ruin your legacy on the daily. Like, OMG. You imagine Pete saying this to Kanye? Kanye West must have been furious. He said, yo, it's so sad watching you ruin your legacy on a daily basis. Kanye was like, I can't believe this imbecile had the nerve to say that to me. You know who I am. I'm Kanye. You already know Kanye was so mad that he break his phone. Like, what's going on? And also, it should be about the kids, but it's not about the kids. One moment it's about the kids, then it's about their relationship. If it just strictly stays on the kids, then it will be a lot better for Kanye West's point to get out. But, it is what it is at this point, Then Kanye West responded, you are more than welcome to come to Sunday service. Kanye was like, yo, come to Sunday service. And because Pete wants to sit down and have a conversation with Kanye West. He wants to talk to him man to man. And Pete responded, why don't we meet after Sunday service and Saints game? I will be at the BHH. We can have food and talk it out in my room privately, one-on-one, man-to-man. So you already know Kanye West thought that was a setup, and he wasn't going to sit nowhere with him privately, one-on-one. Kanye West wants everything to be public and documented, baby. And so Pete continues, what are you doing to your family is dangerous and it's going to scar them for life. Please handle these matters privately, bro. I beg you. I was like, damn. Pete was like, please handle these matters. You're going to scar your family. You already know the court's going to be using all this information. And then, Kanye, yes, Kanye West responds back, "You want to see me? Come to service." So Kanye West said, "Come to service." Pete said, "This isn't public, dude. I am not here for pictures and press, which is obviously all you care about. My offer stands. I wish you're a man up for once in your life. Let me help you. I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You will be so happy and at peace. You have no idea how nice I have been to you despite your actions towards me. I have stopped SNL from talking bad or making fun of you, which they have wanted to do for months. I have stopped stand-up comedians." So Pete is basically saying, I've let you. Pete is basically saying, I have let you live, baby. And I have let you live. So basically, it's going to, if you can hold, it will be greatly appreciated. So in any event, Pete is basically saying, like, yo, listen, it's going to be about this situation. Pete is out here warning Kanye West and saying, I have been nice to you, but it seems like Pete saying he's going to take off the gloves. If you don't want to get no help for yourself, baby, I'm going to help. I'm going to, dig down dirty with you. Like, what's going on? Like, this is not a good look, because it's supposed to be co-parenting going on, and it don't seem like it's going to get there. And basically, Pete is saying, like, it's on and popping. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
This is T-Top. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's your thoughts?
I'm sorry, with what?
I said, hey, what's up? What's going on? And what's your thoughts?
Oh, it's so much going on. I don't know where to start. I'll start with Kanye. For one, they're mad. That man is a billionaire. So they've been waiting to throw his dick in the dirt, period. And it's really not funny to me for them to dig at his mental illness. You can talk about anything else about that dude. His clothing looks like trash. I mean, it literally looks like something you find in a dumpster. Not that I've ever dumpster dived, but it's like so many things they could riff on this guy about, and then you want to talk about his mental illness, so that's not cool. But keep playing back and forth like that. That man is already fragile mentally, so I don't know where this is going to go.
Oh, I know. We shall see.
I want to say R.I.P. to Traci. I really did have love for her. I can't believe she's gone. So it's just a lot going on.
That's the truth. That is definitely the truth. Well, what do you think about Pete Davidson with the picture that he's in his wife's bed?
It's not his wife anymore. So that's where he messed up to begin with. And I know what it is to have a stalker. I mean, this shit is out of control. And like somebody said, Pete has mental illness too, so they're just going to be going back and forth, I guess. Hopefully it won't get any worse than what it is. But Kanye is throwing, jabs and stuff like he'll bury this guy and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know where it's going to go. It's all fun and games now, but you never know where this can end up.
You never know, because there's been so many different stories where people having custody issues between men and women that, they end up, all disappearing at one point in time because, this situation can just really go out of control, especially when people feel like their kids are being taken away from them. And especially if you feel like your kids are not safe with this person. And it's been story after story of these tragic events going on between family members. So it can go anywhere right now, anywhere with this situation.
Well, I'm just going to say this. With all this buffoonery going on, it's a clear distraction from the real shit that's going on with Putin, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept the entertainment and continue being distracted.
Okay, well, we talk about what's going on, but at the same time, what can we do to stop the war? Only thing we can do is prepare for it, get ready for it, because if anything hits, if any nukes hit, what are we going to do? There's the medication that was supposed to protect you from, if the nukes hit to block it in your throat, the radiation, all of that is off the market. So it's like, and especially if you don't have enough money to prepare for it, what are you going to do? Especially if you're living from paycheck to paycheck. Only thing you can do is watch what? They ain't going to listen to your protest. They ain't going to listen to your march. They ain't going to listen to your period. So only thing you can do is prepare and try to get your family together just in case anything goes off the rail that we ain't never seen before in the U.S.
Right.
So
I'm just going to stay prayed up.
Amen.
I'm being entertained, sweetie, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Please tell everybody your name and where you're calling from.
This is Terry, a.k.a. T-Top, and I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Thank you so much, and you have a blessed night.
All right, dear, you too.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So there's a whole lot going on. And someone said in the comments that when it comes to Kanye West, that he started his own streaming service, and he's making his new streaming service the first week. His STEM player, grossed $3 million in the first month or the first week. So that's crazy. So yeah, we already know what went down with Michael Jackson. We know what went down with Prince, but is this the same situation or is it not? So basically a lot of people are like, Kanye West is doing too much. And people believe that if, Kim and, Pete were doing anything, that he would post it all. Maybe he's going to post it little by little. We shall see. But he's letting the people know that he's being antagonized and he does not want his daughter to be on TikTok. And as you guys know, she is on TikTok, and there's like 3 new videos of her, and he don't want TikTok or Disney to use his children because like the numbers, like they have hundreds of millions of views on TikTok when it comes to, Kim and their eldest daughter. So we shall see. Some people say that he's a bully. Some people say that, they're playing games with him knowing that he has issues and they want him to flip out. So with this situation, you just got to watch, pay attention, and, hope for the best. But at the same time, take care of your business as well. But also it makes you think that what's going on with Kanye West, like Kim, she's a woman of a certain reputation. Then he was with what's her name? Julia Fox. She's a woman of a certain reputation, and they all have Kim type of reputations. Now he's with this new lady, that looks like Kim, but she says she doesn't have. I think her last name is Jones, Chauncey Jones or whatever. Why is he picking the same type of women? The same type of woman he is picking. So he's always going to have the same result. You would think that he would learn from the first, which is Kim, but he hasn't. So please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
And I'm calling from California. I go by Afrocentric on Twitter. And my opinion about this, thank you for taking my call, I would like to begin with. But my opinion about this is that I'm kind of saddened by how the world is just magnetized by every move that Kim Kardashian makes. And the fact that we all praise how wonderful of a mother that she is, and I'm sure that she is, but we're not considering the fact that it's quite easy to be a wonderful mother when you have staff that does everything. So your child could be in everything, and there's always someone to take them there. Your child could want to eat anything. You can provide that. The great mothers that I think about are the mothers and fathers that, have to do all of these things, and it's by their own power that these things are able to transpire, that have to put the work in for themselves. So I wanted to say that. Separate from that, I did want to say about Pete. Kim is contriving. So Pete is not for the long haul. Pete has put himself out there as a clout chaser by every chick that he dates. Ariana Grande put him on and made a song, and he's been running with it ever since. He accepts his role. So what Kim is doing is messing with Pete only to get Kanye. She knew he would blow up, but she wanted to get him used to the fact that she's moving on. Pete's a great guy to take the bullets and the craziness and willing to do so. But eventually, Pete is going to have his heart broken because she's then, after Kanye calms down and all the smoke is gone, is going to move on to whomever and whatever she chooses to be with. And that's just the way that I see it.
Okay. Anything else you would like to add?
No, I don't know. That's just my viewpoint on it at this time. But I do thank you for accepting my call.
Thank you for calling. Please let everybody let them know your name and where you're calling from.
Again, my name is Stacy. I'm calling from California. My Twitter handle is @Afrocentric.
Thank you so much, Traci. Have a great night. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, yes. Thank you for the calls. I appreciate the callers. Keep calling. So in any event, so when it comes down to, Pete's situation, he might be in for the long haul. He might not. We shall see how this is all going to, panned out in the situation. Lord have mercy. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Blessings. It's Miss D from Cleveland, Ohio. I just want to say, even people in your chat, Kanye putting all his business out there. There are lawyers for that. He got issues about his kids. He has lawyers. I think Pete is funny. DL old school OG. Kanye just capping. Everybody talking about him and the women. It's over. Keep y'all business between y'all. His Sunday, Marilyn Manson, Candace Owen, MAGA self. Everybody, he needs help. And until he quit putting his business out there, everybody gonna have a comment.
Anything else you would like to add?
Nope, that's about it. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. Please tell everybody your name and where you're calling from.
Miss D from Cleveland, Ohio. I just moved up here.
Thank you so much. You have a blessed night.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, so we shall see how this situation is going to pan out. But, in any event, this is Kanye West. He speaks up on the situation. I think we covered everything with Pete. Kanye West did not like this post of his daughter being on TikTok because basically he's saying that, she's saying that she's an emo girl and, he's Jesus, and he's the church Kanye West. But, he's saying that it looks like his daughter doesn't believe in God, or they're trying to take God out of her life. And they're basically trying to control his daughter by using other people. So we shall see where this goes. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from. You got to turn me down in the back, baby. You got to turn me down in the back, baby.
Okay, I love your show. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Please tell everybody your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Lynette Kersey. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I don't like what's going on with Kanye. He should have never married them devils. Kim gonna get what she gonna get. I'm a 61-year-old woman with some children I raised alone. So they don't know what real women go through. This is a joke to them. They're making money off of Kanye. You understand? Don't hurt nobody and kick nobody when they are down. You understand? You don't know where that boy's mind is. Just keep praying for him, God. Just keep praying for that child. That bitch ain't no good. I wish I could see her mama because I can't touch her because I got daughters older than her. You understand?
I hear you.
Upset right now.
I hear you. Now say what you got to say.
What's going on? It's in the public. I hate it, God.
Anything else you would like to add? Okay. Yes. Anything else you would like to add? Yes. Anything else you would like to add?
I want you all to keep up the good work. You're doing a good show, and I'm praying to get over Traci. I got a son almost her age. That child is sick. All my condolences go out to to the Braxton family. And
Amen.
thank you for the great work you do on the internet, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. You have a blessed night. And please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Lynette Kersey, retired from City Hall, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, trying to leave this city. 61 years of pain.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you, baby.
Thank you. Okay, so let me see. So yes, okay, so tonight we see from the phone calls that people are feeling Kanye West, and they think that, the moves that Kanye West has been making as far as having his own streaming services and mixing different music together and basically encouraging artists to do the same thing. And then, basically telling artists they don't got to go to Apple. They don't got to go to Spotify. You got that going on. You have a whole lot that Kanye West do have going on in an album. And people believe that they are trying to destroy him and things of that nature. And then vice versa. People believe that Kanye West, basically feels like he's left out because Kim K, moved on. She got what she got from him, and basically she's dropping him like a bad habit. And just like he created her, she's trying to create somebody else, and we shall see what she's going to do with Pete. Some people are saying that these posts is basically Kim K, people posting these posts, for the show. That's what some people believe. And some people really believe that Kim K is being harassed by Kanye West. Kanye West knew what type of woman she was and everything else of that nature. And so he got with her knowing the mileage and knowing the things that, she has done and been through, and things that happened with her ex-husbands and other people that, she left along, and how they look really bad in public. Maybe Kanye West thought it'd be different. Some people say, oh no, Kanye West lost his mother. And so if his mother was there, these things wouldn't have happened. She would have been able to block it, stop it. He lost his whole support system. You got Kanye West saying on the internet that he doesn't have the support of his family, his father, some of his cousins, because they side with Kim and because they don't have his back. And he's looking for a family that would actually roll down in the mud with him, would actually defend him and things of that nature. And some people are saying you don't know where to go with Kanye West. You can be on one movement with him, and then he'll switch up that movement, then you have to jump on that movement. Then what about the movement that you just had here? So a lot of people are just confused about the situation, but in all actuality, a lot of people love Kanye West, look up to Kanye West, and they want to support him, and they believe the Kardashian family is basically, culture vultures, but they couldn't be culture vultures if people like Kanye West didn't co-sign them, or like Tiger, or like, what's his name? Arrogant Tay. He co-signs Kim K. Like, we have a lot of people that have voices, that have huge platforms that co-sign. And Kanye West was out here saying his wife is more popular and more known than the first lady at the time when it was Barack Obama's wife, So, and a lot of people are just diehard fans, and a lot of people think that this is a witch hunt. So, you can be on any side of the table, y'all. You could be on any side of the table when it comes to this situation. But in any event, Pete Davidson is saying that, he stopped comedians from doing stand-up against Kanye West. Well, he's acting like he's protecting Kanye West, and now he's going to put, the fuel to the fire and get Kanye West. So we gonna see how this is all gonna pan out. But, Kanye West is really hurt about his daughter being on TikTok, and a lot of people saying TikTok is not the place for your children. But let's get to what Kanye West had to say. Let's add this.
And so when y'all talk about this, are they gonna use mental health for the custody? I don't have custody. I had to fight to have my kids not on TikTok. It's been a fight for when my kids go to school, and we started our own school. It's always been a gang. You understand? It's like we've never had Christmas any place else other than one location for the entire time. And we understand that, but I want y'all to know, like, this been 20 years. I've been contributing my thoughts, ideas, perspectives. Y'all agree with me sometimes. Y'all don't agree with me. But y'all got someone that can talk to you that's not being controlled by a management conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time Jay Brown blatantly said, you're crazy, right? But was I crazy when you tried to get 15% of Yeezy for Rock Nation for no reason, and I told you no? Was I crazy then? You see, sometimes, it's just like how people in Hollywood, they'll bully you for not being a part of exactly what they want, for not voting for Hillary, for not just God. I know that people are going to feel me and feel my heart just as a father. You know what I'm saying? Like just as a dad, I look up and I wanted to come to Kim's defense in some way about when everyone was attacking her about the variety, because that's just my heart as a dad. My spirit is like just to protect at all costs. And I just look at my daughter full makeup singing She's in Love with an emo girl on TikTok, and I didn't have no say, no approval. Hey, what do you think? Do you think this would be cool or not? You know what I mean? And I'm the one that made them cool. But then I'm not asked what's cool for my actual children in America. Like, nah, man. And can't nobody on their side, my side, not Traci Romulus, that puts her kid next to my daughter to try to control her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been fired, Traci Romulus. Not Ray Romulus, her husband won't say nothing. Like, no, bro, it's up. And the thing that you're not going to do is get me to do anything illegal or anything like your favorite word, erratic. That's why I'm talking to you directly. They wouldn't give me the address of Chicago's birthday party so that could scar in her memory that dad wasn't there when dad want to be there. Y'all turn the idea. I was just at the house 2 days ago with my kids doing homework with Kim right there. Well, y'all running this narrative that somehow I'm this thing. I'm a dad. I have an opinion. I'm an American. I'm a Christian. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm not controlled.
Okay, so here's another one.
My children, if he's texting me bragging about being in bed with my wife. And I thought this wasn't my wife no more legally since I got I got the lawyer to finally finish the divorce. Because every time I finish the show, the Free Hoover show, the next day she dropping the last night. Every time I do something positive, it's some negative that's coming. I go and get the laptop from Ray J. Then she joking about divorce. I go and get the lawyer, change the lawyer so we can finally do the divorce. And then somehow I'm the one that's the stalker. God, I just need to protect you protect the children. I know our nanny.
Okay, so you already know. So this situation is going to continue to go on between Kim K and Kanye West. And he's basically saying he wanted his children to be at Sunday service. He's not happy with his daughter, having this emo makeup on and singing a song in the background and things of that nature. Some people saying that he has a right to do that, and he's a father. If he doesn't want his children to be a part of Disney or TikTok and make TikTok money, when he probably would come up with a better deal. Then Kanye West basically want his kids to go to his school. He's saying that these men, like, Travis Scott, Tristan and him, they don't have the right, to pick and choose the school system, to pick and choose where their children go. Like, basically saying they don't have that privilege. I was like, Lord have mercy. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Kim says she's trying to keep her kids safe. Kim is out here saying that we need to work harder and harder, girl. You was born into wealth and you have privilege, baby. And then you got the biggest meal ticket of all when you got with Kanye West, and he signed over half his company to you. He did everything for you. He wanted in and he got in, and now he want out. He said he want out of the situation. He knew everything that they were doing, what was going on, how things were being processed, how things were happening. He kept his mouth closed. Kim kept her mouth closed when Kanye West was having his, issues. So they both kept their mouth closed for a long time because they benefited. They loved each other at one point in time. But now the gloves are off, and it seems like Kim is moving the gloves off her, and she's ready to slang mud because she got a new show, and Kanye West been slanging mud. So we shall see how this is going to pan out. But most most important is the children. And it also brings a big issue as far as custody, as far as visitation. He says he doesn't, if he had custody, how come his kids ain't at church? If he had joint custody. So these are some things that they're going to have to work out in the court, you know. And he has money to do that. There's some people that don't have money to, you know, go against, you know, when someone is preventing you from seeing your child. And that's the worst thing you can do, is prevent someone from seeing your child if they are not a danger to the child. You know, that's the worst thing you can do to the child, because the child didn't actually be brought into this world, and you need both parents. You need a mother, you need a father, mother, whatever the case is, two parents, you know. So it's just really like one of these situations where there's bigger things about this. And this is where Kanye West is trying to go with this, about black men, and also rich, wealthy black men like Travis Scott, like, you know, Tristan. They basically got to follow the rules and fall in line, because they don't have that privilege to tell their wives, their baby mamas, what school or what they should do. So you didn't know you didn't have that privilege before? Well, they were married then. So you guys let me know what y'all think about this situation. So there's a lot of people, you know, getting involved and being a part of this huge public, you know, divorce and separation. And a lot of big, huge media outlets are in. There's albums being dropped. There's documentaries being dropped. There's TV shows being dropped. There's perfume, makeup, products, all types of stuff being dropped while all this chaos is going on between the Kardashians, the Jenners, and Kanye West, and the rest of the public. So we shall see how this is actually going to pan out. But let's keep ourselves up in prayer. Let's pray for our family. Let's pray for our nation. And let's just pray, you know, for peace, for real, for real. Y'all in here, what's going on? So is there any more phone calls? Anybody want to call in and tell me your thoughts on everything when it comes to, you know, Traci Braxton, when it comes to Tamar, and also when it comes to Will Smith, Kanye West, Kim K, Stevie J? I also did see someone in the comments said that when it comes to, you know, when it comes to Stevie J in this interview that he did, they're basically saying maybe he did it because his show on TV One is coming out where he's doing an interview. So that's why. But this was very sleazy. It was very disgusting. And you should not do this to anybody unless they're in the adult entertainment world, unless you warn them. Because would you want somebody to do this to your daughter? Like, sometimes you got to do unto others as you want others to do unto you, even though sometimes that saying don't even work. But what about yourself? What about your prestige? What about your legacy? You want people to look at you looking like, you know, they need to serve you, and, you know, or like a custody. And then if that's your wife, Faith, is sitting here like, we okay that y'all can get wild, freaky, do what you want to do. But why are y'all putting this young lady in a situation? I don't know why young lady Lee's Lemonade kept the conversation going and kept asking him, because, you know, I guess she was like, I'm gonna get this interview one way or another, and it was probably a big deal. And on top of that, it went viral anyway. So her doing her due diligence for that interview, you know, went viral, and it's been viral for a few days. So, you know, I guess, you know, watch that is so disgusting and nasty. Lord. I know, Cheyenne. I mean, it's so disgusting. Okay, so yeah, so if you guys want to call in and talk about them situations, if not, we're gonna call it a night, because we got Candy out here in these streets. We got Candy and the gang. We got to see what that's gonna be about. We're gonna see if the ratings gonna be good, the ratings gonna be bad, what's going on. And basically we want to see some more things going on, and you know how it's gonna be on and popping. Never count Candy Burris out. Candy Burris said that she is here to stay, baby, and she gonna stay. So hey, Miss T. I hope, Miss T, I just hope that was, you know, Faith in the video. If not, they would be in court, and there would be a whole lot going on pretty soon. I know the news with Traci was really bad. I know it did. It was just, I was just shocked. Hey, what's up, Norris Tony? Yeah, he is. I mean, he is just disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's not so late. I'm definitely am, Miss T, if it's not so late. You know, I'm about to go watch it right now. So thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Peace and love. Thank you, Major. What's going on, Major? How you doing? What's going on? Thank you guys so much for coming through. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. I love you guys too as well. Hey, what's up, LA? Thank you, Ro, for coming through. Thank you, Donna. Thank all you guys for participating in the comments. You know, it helps a lot. You like the video, that helps even more. Watching the video, thank you for that too as well. So peace and love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Good night.